Hello. Today our group wants to hold a debate about impact of digital media on ethics and civilization in Malaysian society. Today we will tell you about positive and negative impacts of digital media, and also we will tell you about how it affected the Malaysian society. In the end, we would like to tell you about our position and what we think about this topic. Digital media refers to every part in human life where he uses digital technologies, usually using the internet or electronic devices. This completely changed communication, entertainment, education, and etc. Digital media has become an integral part of the daily lives of many people around the world. The impact of digital media on ethics and civilization in Malaysian society is a very complex issue. Critics discuss it on both the positive and negative sides. We believe that digital media has a huge impact on society. Our group would like to conduct a thorough discussion of the potential impact of digital media on Malaysian society, both positive and negative. It is especially important to consider ethical and civilizational aspects to understand which influence is more significant, positive or negative.
Hi, I'm Xu Luyu. In the digital era, social networking platforms have obvious influence on Malaysian society. People use social media to receive various knowledge that include education, business, international events, and so on. However, traditional media, for example, newspapers, also have the ability to provide diverse information, including all aspects of society. By contrast, digital media could provide more objective and real-time information and even provide a platform to show themselves. In fact, the public is skeptical of news disseminated by conventional media, including radio, TV, etc. Therefore, plenty of newspaper firms are losing their consumers due to the emerging digital media. Almost everyone has the ability to express their opinion on digital platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Thus, emerging social media could provide diverse perspectives so that their opinion are more objective than traditional media. Furthermore, online platforms consistently deliver the latest information promptly due to their ability to break physical boundaries, offer a variety of formats such as blogs and posts, and eliminate the need for intricate editing. People tend to know news on time if they can. Everyone does not want to wait for the information that they are eager to know. Finally, adolescents often lack the opportunity to express their feelings and opinions through conventional media, including television, radio, newspapers, posters, paper advertisement, and magazines. Various digital media are suitable and friendly outlet for youngs. They must neither spend extra money nor possess great ability. They are nonetheless easily able to convey their ideas. That's all. Thank you for your listening.
Due to the high level of internet penetration in Malaysian society, citizen young people have become the most active users online, especially on the level of politics on civilization. It has given young people more opportunities to participate in politics on slower thresholds of politics. The first thing is that we believe that social media has an incredible positive impact on democratic politics, as it allows young people to learn about political issues at no cost and helps to democratize society. In addition, we also think it is a very essential channel for the ruling or participating parties This is because the government's armed candidates can directly and intuitively enforce their personal political beliefs, governance policies, and campaign activities. Simultaneously, it can increase the participation of young voters, and it also can enable citizens themselves to decide what kind of MPS they want to choose to achieve a fairer and more just, more democratic, and more lawful and more civilized social environments. When social media gets involved in politics, young people can choose whether to vote or take part based on their own thoughts. They don't need to. They don't have to. Actually, they don't have to always follow their other people's suggestions. They won't be easily affected by rumors or negative comments from people around them on changing their opinion without reasons. This means they can understand different political views without being biased. That's good because this has a positive impact on the development of morality and civilization by laying the foundations for it. Thank you.
Increased advocacy for marginalized groups. The contribution to promote ethics in a scientific and social justice movement has led to significant progress in advocating for marginalized communities in Malaysia. For example, the Orang Asli, indigenous people, refugees, and forced labor migrants. NGOs and civil society groups have played a forefront to their pleas, speaking out on behalf of deep disparities and resistance to the policy changes. For instance, Suram is one of the best known HRI NGOs, which has repeatedly raised concerns as to police brutality of indigenous land rights and freedom of speech. For instance, annual reports from the Human Rights section dealing with abuses of human rights state not only include narrative descriptions of what has been happening, but also include background and advocacy information at which aim at enlisting the support of government and civil society to stop these abuses. In the field of significant others, the role played by Tinaganita, an NGO whose mandate is focused on the defense of human rights of foreign workers, refugees, victims of human trafficking is significant. Malaysia, not only a country where migrant workforce is a major tourist attraction, but also a country where labor abuse and exploitations are made to complain frequently. The NGO has pioneered the study and reporting of its forms more to its forms of abuse and the giving of legal support to the victims. The effort to bring about a wider range of more complete labor standards. The research, in fact, not only received worldwide attention on these topics, but also led the Malaysian government to enact policies to protect the health of migrant workers. This kind of work has also created visibility, awareness, and community support. The organization campaigns and workshops have educated the people of Malaysia with the condition of the poorest of the poor and therefore has in, initiated a positive transformation in their attitude towards charity and alms given to the neglected groups. For example, in this case, the plight of Orang Asli, indigenous people who have been exploited physically and socially and have been displaced by development projects. However, despite these positive development, challenges remain. There are a large number of NGOs in Malaysia working within a legal framework that actively restrict their freedom to be constituted and operate in a way they wish. For example, the Peaceful Assembly Act and the Sedition Act. In addition, the research is also severely lacking due to paucity of funds and political restrictions. However, the potential of these agents is is ethically sensitive, and social justice should not be overlooked, more especially the ones only galvanized who have not only but have also galvanized positive changes by giving voice to the voiceless and on Malaysia's progressive path towards equality.
Now we will be discussing three negative impacts of digital media on Malaysian society. Among the negative impacts of digital media on Malaysian society is the fabrication and dissemination of misinformation and fake news. Social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and WhatsApp enable rapid sharing of information, often without verification. This phenomenon has significant consequences, particularly in the political sphere, where misinformation can manipulate voter decisions and shape public opinion based on falsehoods. And during health crises or natural disasters, misleading information can cause unnecessary panic and and confusion as well as poor decision making. Moreover, repeated exposure to fake news diminishes public trust in legitimate news sources and government institutions. When people struggle to distinguish between fact and fiction, skepticism towards reliable information grows, leading to a more fragmented and distrustful society. To combat these negative effects, we must encourage digital literacy, fact checking initiatives, and stricter regulations on content verification. And educational institutes and organizations should implement awareness programs to help individuals critically evaluate online information. Moreover, government intervention and collaborations with tech companies are essential for to ensure the integrity of information shared online. By fostering a more informed and cautious online community, we can mitigate the adverse effects of fake news and uphold trust in credible information sources.
Next, I'll be discussing a major negative impact of digital media on Malaysian society: cyberbullying and online harassment. The anonymity provided by social media often encourages toxic behavior, making it easier for individuals to bully or harass others without facing immediate consequences. In Malaysia, cyberbullying is especially prevalent among teenagers and young adults. Victims often experience mental health issues such as anxiety, depression, and low self esteem, with severe cases even leading to self harm or suicidal tendencies. Beyond personal harm, cyberbullying in multiracial society like Malaysia can involve insensitive comments about race, religion, or cultural practices, which deepens societal divides and tensions. Moreover, online harassment often silences free speech. Many people, especially marginalized voices, hesitate to share their opinions on controversial topics out of fear of backlash or harassment. This damages Malaysia's social fabric by discouraging open dialogue and civic participation. To sum up, while digital platform offers spaces for connection and discussion, they also open doors for harassment and abuse. Stricter laws, better enforcement, and educational campaigns on responsible online behavior are necessary to protect users and promote a healthier, more ethical digital environment in Malaysia.
Another concerning negative impact of digital media on the Malaysian society is the growing issue of privacy violations and data misuse. While technology has made communication easier, it has also raised serious questions about how personal data is collected and used. Many Malaysians don't realize that every time they use digital platforms, they are unknowingly sharing sensitive information. This can be exploited by companies for targeted advertisement, or worse, fall into the hands of cybercriminals, increasing the risk of identity theft, phishing, and hacking. Algorithms also track online behavior, subtly shaping our choices, like what we buy or which political content we see, undermining our personal autonomy. A relevant example comes from Malaysia's 2018 general election, where data driven misinformation campaigns were used to sway public opinion on the social media. This shows how easily personal data can be weaponized for unethical purposes. In short, while digital media has its benefits, privacy violation and data abuse remain serious concerns. To combat these issues, stronger data protection laws, increased transparency from tech companies, and public awareness about responsible digital behavior are essential. Without these measures, the ethical risks of digital media will continue to undermine trust in Malaysia's digital landscape.
Key statistics of Internet use in 2024 indicate steady Internet use in Malaysia, with the same use of the Internet. In 2024, 97.4% of Malaysians are online, and 33.59 million individuals. It's the same as previous year. The time spent on it per day is 8 hours and 17 minutes. Compared to last year, internet use grew by 2.5% or 11 minutes per day. One of the factors that could be associated with the minimal growth in time spent online could be the growth in internet speed in Malaysia.
Electronic media has played an important role in the ethics and civilization of Malaysian society, both constructively and destructively. It has helped in expanding and accessing information, cultural heritage becoming ubiquitous, and ethical awareness being in the ascendancy. There were also problems such as misinformation spreading, bullying, and privacy laws. To safeguard themselves, Malaysians need to utilize digital technologies in a more responsible way, to be more skilled in this respect and upload moral principles on the internet. The correct attitude towards the use of digital media will shape an ethical society in Malaysia.
Hi everyone, I'm going to be talking about why our group thinks it has a positive impact on ethics and civilization in the Malaysian society. First of all, our group, everyone is from a different country, so we are international students, which will automatically force us to have better attitude and behavior because we are in a different country. So this alone will equal to a social responsibility, how we handle ourselves, how we talk to people, and how we represent our own country and culture. We are non-judgmental, no matter the differences. One might be Muslim, one Christian, or different beliefs, but we all respect one another. Another thing is communication. With communication, I mean social media. We can stay up to date with any trends or the community. We can know what's happening within the community and within the country. And this will raise awareness to us, and we might support if it's needed. For example, as mentioned, community service. And lastly, we are studying Bahasa Melayu, the national language of Malaysia, so that we can be able to communicate with the national citizens to stop the language barrier. Thank you.
The impact of digital media on ethics and civilization in society can be debated for a long time. This topic has a lot of pros and cons. After conducting a study by our group, we realized that the media still has a positive impact on society. But you should always balance the benefits and risks. Malaysian society should pay attention to proper media consumption. Educational organizations should help people critically evaluate online content. And legal organizations should ensure that digital platforms are held accountable for harmful activities. In conclusion, the promotion of these practices guarantees a positive contribution to Malaysia's civilization, while maintaining cultural values and modernizing the country.